And we're live. So welcome to Ask Karen. This is today's live stream. This is where I interview our members so that they get an opportunity to share what it is they do and who they help, because just having the title coach really just doesn't cut it. So Juanita, if you'd like to share with the audience a little bit about what you do, who you are, share a bit of your story, please.
Yes, thanks, Karen. So I'm Juana, and I am the owner of WorkFlora. WorkFlora is a music content creation company that makes music for marketing, advertisements, educational programming, anything really that requires content, original music content. But as a coach, because my background is as a music educator, I teach voice. I've got an online voice program course out and pre-selling music theory course. So if you're a musician who wants to improve their singing or just learn about songwriting or connect with others doing that, I do those courses as well.
Awesome. So it's a nice mix then. So you're still getting to, so do you perform yourself on this original content?
Sometimes, yes.
Cool.
There's always the aspect of live performance, so.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So then it's a nice combo. You're still using all your skill sets and everything that you're passionate about by providing original content, which is a lot of people need, especially I think a lot of people get caught out because they don't realize the licensing laws. And they might have background music that they're not allowed to use.
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
So guys, if you need anything and you need original content that you're actually allowed to use as background for any of your YouTube videos or ads or anything really. And so how do people get in touch with you? Because if you're, depending on where you're watching this, we obviously just down below will be Juanita's bio and a link so that you can get into contact with her. But what is your website or your Facebook page or group for people to get in contact?
Well, I don't have a Facebook group, but I've got a link tree, and on the link tree there's an email and there's a LinkedIn link. So LinkedIn is probably the best way. Email is the best way, or just directly through the website on Linktree.
Okay. So you're mainly on LinkedIn. You're all right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. And so what sort of with your business, what question did you have or questions did you have that maybe some of the audience, some of the group are having the same question?
Sure. Well, pipeline filling for me is quite a challenge. Sourcing, the contracts of where these projects are going to come from, because there's just so many possibilities. So doing that lead gen work is something I kind of need a little help with.
Okay. And how do you source your clients these days?
Sure.
How do clients find you?
Sure. Most of the time I do use LinkedIn, do some direct content outreach. But my business is very new. I'm a small startup. So that has been quite a challenge. And when it comes to the coaching aspect, I've got that, it's a direct to consumer kind of thing. So I've got it on Facebook. I've got it on my personal Facebook page. I've got it on Instagram and things like this. But I do find that it's, I've sold a few pre-sales. I've got a lot of interest for the course, but I do find that it's still a little bit difficult to really get and rev up that marketing side for getting those leads in.
You're right. Okay. And this is, obviously, I think everybody really is having the same kind of issue. If only it were that easy that we just post our thing up on, create a post and they come running and buying. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. And especially, I suppose the issue is that when people initially start a business, whoever's on your friends and family and your personal profile, there might be a few that are actually interested in. So you might have success in the beginning.
Sure.
And then people get excited. And then, of course, crickets.
Yeah.
Nothing's happening. But you've got to remember, if you're posting on your personal profile, and look, you know, a lot of my original, you know, just friends and family on my original personal profile, they're not going to be interested in what I do. What I had to do is go out and grow my audience of my ideal customer, other coaches, etc. Because if you're not growing your audience every day when you go and post, why would anybody else be interested in what you're doing? Whereas, look, there's thousands of different ways of generating leads, but you know, if you can either spend your money doing it or outsourcing it, but if you're starting from scratch and you want to do it for free, it's going to take time. There are only two ways of building your business: with your time or with your money. That really is it. So it's a case of, yes, you need to grow your audience every day of who you think is your target audience. That's step one. Secondly, obviously, you need to be providing good content on your Facebook profile, because when these new people come and check you out, it's obvious what you do. Right. Some people keep it, if they're in business, you want your personal profile to say specifically, because if these new people who aren't your friends, these are cold, this is your cold market, come and check you out, why would they look any further if all they're seeing are cat memes and family photos? You know, it's got to be a clear picture of you. They need to know. You know, it amazes me that there are coaches out there that don't have a picture for their profile pic. It's like, clear picture, very clear what it is you do. She does original music. You know, it's going to spark their interest. They know what you do. Then through your content, you're putting yourself up as the expert in your arena. But it's rather than just buy my stuff, that's never going to work. It's got to be, you want to entertain. That's why people are on social media. They're not really here to buy. So you need to do a mix of entertain, educate, give value, and then maybe some kind of promo post. Not a promo post every day. Using stories is even better, because not everybody wants everybody else to see that they've liked and commented, right? There is sometimes, you know, some people like that privacy, whereas when you do stories, well, that's an action that somebody's taken to actually click on your little picture, your little circle, to see your story. And if you're doing different kinds of stories, not the same every time, maybe a selfie and then just a bit of text, maybe some extra animations to make it interesting, and then a promo post, people are going to start following it. And you'll be able to see how many people are actually clicking on that. So you know people are interested. But again, it's not, when we talk about attraction marketing, yes, we want to attract our ideal customer to you, but sometimes you still need to go and do something. So if you're seeing somebody constantly interacting with your post, constantly looking at your story, you know that they must be interested.
They're engaged. Yeah.
So that's when you want to go and ask a question. Don't try and sell from the offset. You know, it's got to be a gentle, softly. If they're showing interest, then say thanks for supporting me, or I see you liked that. You know, what did you find interesting about that? Just ask the question. If you get a response back, that's an invitation to continue the conversation. So attraction marketing is about building relationships. It's got to be, it's about building the know, like, and trust. So if these have come in cold, it's like you're warming them up. They've got to know that number one, that you know what you're doing. Number two, that they need to feel confident that you can deliver on what you're saying that you can deliver. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely.
So it is, there's got to be a to and fro. But if you don't have a way of, I know you can capture people's emails on your website, but it may be something that you can actually give in return to get their emails, because email address, something to give them first that that shows a little bit about what you do. I'm not really all for just giving free products away because people don't value it, but just to get them in, it's just something to offer them that is going to help build your list. Because you don't want to just build your lead do your lead generation just on a social media platform. You have no control over it. They could change the rules tomorrow.
Right.
So it would be all about getting them onto your list so that then you can contact them outside of the social media. Does that help?
Yeah, definitely. You want to own your audience for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah. So thank you for that. And listeners, if you need some original content and get in touch, and I will be back on Thursday with Ask Karen. Bye for now.